Hello everyone, I'm Bubble Boy and welcome back to the Playful Pond! We are jumping back into Minecraft today! The plan is to try and get a barn built for some more farm animals. Let's jump over! Here we are back in front of our house. First, we're going to go on a little adventure to see if we can find some other wood types so we have more resources to create our builds out of. On our little adventure, we found some acacia trees and then some birch. I made sure to grab some saplings from both so as we could grow them a little closer to home. And I planted the birch trees immediately getting home so that I could start collecting more birch wood, as I was planning on using that in our next build. It's time to give our chickens some food. I collected some birch wood whenever one of the trees had grown themselves. I did some trading with villagers to try and make getting resources a little bit easier on myself. Mostly making sure to have some easier accessible tools to hand. Slowly adding to our collection of birch when we get the chance. Seeds for the chickens! Collecting some bamboo for our roof. Having a nosy at what the wandering trader had to offer us today, I realised there were some saplings that could be handy to us. So we now have at least a cherry tree, and I unfortunately did not think only getting one of the dark oak saplings. Hopefully we can get some more of those at a later date. Little bit of terraforming to make sure there's ample space for our new barn that we're just about to build. So, I'm not entirely sure what happened here, as what is playing at the moment is the replay footage that I captured. We're supposed to be seeing us building the barn right now, but I unfortunately don't have any other footage of us actually building the farm to replace this with. So let's move ourselves over to the finished barn. Future Bubble here. I forgot to get footage of the actual barn itself. So here we are. Inside there is an attic at the moment, but it is currently empty. And the other side is identical. And now, back to where we were. Now that the barn's finished, it's time to start creating our fields for our animals, starting with some cows. I was looking to get a librarian to trade some lanterns with, so we're collecting some sugar cane and leather for some books. Once we had our librarian, I started trading some paper to just start leveling up his trades. To help with trading, we're setting up a watermelon farm. I made an attempt to start pathing together all of our new builds, but the shovel broke and I got distracted. Chickens! Grabbing some extra wool, as our villagers are going to need some more beds. I cleared up some space in the houses that were already there. Hopefully the new beds will allow us to get some more villagers. So far things are looking hopeful, but I've yet to actually see any children. After a bit of coaxing, I changed one of the farming villagers into a Fletcher, so as we could trade sticks for emeralds. We went on a little explore around the island that we are on, and I believe we found a warm ocean ruin with a couple of chests nearby. We gathered mostly food items from the chest, couple of diamonds, but I'm very intrigued by the treasure maps we found. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get any footage of finding the buried treasure from the maps, but we did get quite the haul from this with like a couple diamonds and various other ores. Both of the maps wound up being for the same piece of treasure, which was a little disappointing. Quickly on the way back, I found a parrot, which I decided I had to have back home, so I collected a bunch of seeds to try and befriend him. Now that he's our friend, I figured it would be easiest to transport him by getting him sat on my shoulder and just... What on earth has happened to this poor soul? Coming off of my shoulder, he returned to normal, and back home, he could also just sit happily. It's time to feed the chickens again, and then we're off to continue making the path between all of our new builds. With another shovel breaking, I figured it might be a good idea to start working on the next pens for the rest of our animals. Now that we have some sheep, it's time to move on to the piggy field. Pigs! Now that we've got all of our animals, let's see about getting that path finished. And with our path now finally complete, it's time to head off. I hope everybody's had a good time at the Playful Pond today, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Bye bye!